Yo, what is up guys? So welcome back to another video on F123 for today. So we're doing a second race at France for the 35 cent race, so make sure you check out the first one at Brazil. So the video is in the description, so you can check it out before you watch this race. So go check it out before you watch this. So yeah, so the first race didn't do too bad. I think I got in the top 10. So that puts me P4 on the grid for the second race, because the top 12 was in reverse for this race. Because the first one was short quali, and that's how I qualify, and then I've got P4 for the grid for this race, because I finished P9 in the first race, because the top 12 is in reverse. So it's like it's similar to F2 race, like you got top 8 in reverse in quali, or like that. It's a bit similar to that, but this is kind of similar to that, but not in F2. So we'd like you did F2 on F122, something like that. So I'm started on softs, so because you know what, normally I start on mediums in a 35 cent race or 25 cent race in the Brazil race, like what I did in Brazil. It's kind of a strange one, because when I looked at the settings before this race began, it turns out it's not because damage is on, it's because safety car is on in this race. So decided to spice it up a little bit. So luckily there's no red flags in this race, because that would be ridiculous. Luckily there's no red flags in this race, so thank God for that. So yeah, safety car is on, so for this race. So that is why I'm starting on softs, because it's not because I'm at the front, it's because I'm not sure what tyre to go on. I thought I'm on the right tyre to start off with. I thought that makes it easier so I can get the one tyre out of the way, and then I can pit in if I need to go in or not. So the first snap was alright. Managed to get an okay start. The guy from pole who won the first race, but he had a poor start. So I remember that in F2 when he always have a poor start. So I find it quite funny when he does that. So it's similar to on this game as well. So he always gets bad starts every time. So I mean, lucky. I mean, he's a very fast driver, by the way. So I'm not gonna lie, he's definitely a quick driver. So, but he's always had bad starts. So nothing I can do about it. As we come towards this long right-hander, I managed to get alongside him. Just managed to get ahead of it. Just managed to get alongside him and managed to get P2 in this race. Nate's talent is leading the race right at the moment. As we skip on to the end of that 3, he's out of my DRS zone. I have no chance. This guy racing Imina, I think that's his name. I think if I get that right. Never heard him before. He just went past me so quick. I think he used his bit of ERS to get past me. Yeah, yeah, he's another quick driver, so I wasn't expecting. They got some 1 or 2 game tags I've never heard of before. One of them was racing Imina, was different, and I was expecting. And then there's another person, I'm not sure I met him before, but he's definitely a decent driver, so I'm not gonna lie. So what I gotta do now is try to stay in his DRS, but lucky I did on this lap, because the last, well, on that 3, I couldn't get into DRS of Tannant. He's just got out of the DRS zone already, and I have no chance. He can give me a chance to get in the DRS zone, so lucky I've got DRS zone on this straight, and of course the main straight as well on this lap. So I was kind of alright at this stage. So in the top 3, not doing too bad. If this was a 5-lap race, I would be alright at this stage. In the top 3, top 5. I mean, I'll definitely take top 3 in a 5-lap race. But since it's a 35 cent race, still a long way to go, and still need to get my head down on all that. So not doing too bad after 4 laps. Still in the DRS zone. So it kind of helped me a little bit. So that's kind of what I need really in this race. So that's all I need. As the time we get to turn 4, 5, 6 and 7 whatever through this section, the end of sector 1, I'm not in the DRS zone of racing Imola. So I'm out of the DRS zone already. So I was kind of screwed at this point because you got MP6 just went past me, no chance. And as you come towards the next one, turn 8, Nation just got past me, so he's definitely a fast driver. So, and sometimes a little bit aggressive as well, but I'm not gonna fight Nation that much because there's no point. So I'd rather follow him instead of fending or something. So I decided to follow Nation and MP6 so I can have the DRS. It's not because I'm slowing down and letting through on purpose. It's because I'm trying to get the DRS, and also it's just too fast for me. Apart from Nation and the other person over racing Imola, that's his name. I mean, those two are very quick drivers, so that's fine. But MP6 and Nation Tannant, they're so fast drivers. I mean, they're in the same division as me, but they're so quick. As come towards turn 1, hashtag managed to get the move down towards turn 1. I didn't need to fight hashtag that much because I know hashtag is faster than me. So, I mean, he could have waited at turn 8, or he could have used a bit of more DRS, but because I had DRS on that straight, so that got me a little bit of extra speed. I didn't get DRS on this straight. Oh yeah, I have on this straight, so my mistake. From Otis F1, I think that's his name. I can't remember his name. I do know this guy. I know his game tag very well. It's just he's on the hard tyres, quite surprisingly. So I wasn't. He's on the hard tyres. I wasn't expecting he's on the hard tyres. Well, he's got the tyre advantage, but I mean, it's a bit weird in a 35-cent race. But if this was a 50-cent race, I would be okay with that. But I'm surprised it's in a. I mean, you can have different strategies now. So in lead races, you can start on mediums. You normally start on mediums or hards. Or some people go on softs. So because it's a little bit. I don't know, you can start on any tyres you like, really, including softs as well, so quite surprisingly. As come towards the end of lap 6, he's on my right side, he's got the DRS, I have no chance, because I'm out of the DRS zone of Nation, or hashtag I meant to say, my apologies. So, since he got past me, Walcott is right behind me, so he's on mediums as well, so he's got a 3-second penalty already, so I was quite surprised already. So let's come towards through here. I've got DRS from this guy, so that kind of helped me a little bit. I think Walcott made a mistake somewhere through that section. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm just trying to get some clear air from the car in front. Just keep the engine cool down a little bit. Go from there. So doing okay so far after 7 laps, but I am definitely going backwards at this stage. It's not because I'm letting them off on purpose. It's just they're just too fast for me, and also sometimes they just found it look easy, but I am definitely trying my best. I am trying my hardest. It's just they're just too fast for me. So what can I do? There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just hopeless, really. As I come towards the end of lap 7, Walcott and hashtag are pitting this lap, so trying to undercut some of the guys, including myself. As I come towards turn 1, the safety car has come out. So okay, I knew that was coming, So I knew that was going to happen at one point. So I decided to come in this lap at the end of 8, go on to mediums to the end of the race. Hopefully that's the way to go. I'm not sure if it's the best to stay out or come in, because I just stayed out. I stayed out because Walcott and Hashtag came in when the safe car comes out. So I decided to pit in on this lap, and why Hashtag and Walcott is going around in the data or something. Hashtag's already passed me at one point. And then as we come towards turn 1, Nazium Talent got past me there, and then he got kind of a Negro overtake. So he's trying to, he let me back through there. So that's actually, he's got 11 seconds of penalty. So I'm quite surprised. I think he's speeding a pit lane or something. So that's how he got 11 seconds of penalty. And also I managed to overtake. I managed to stay ahead of Walcott at this point. So that was kind of. It turns out staying out is the way to go, so kind of the answer really. So as we come towards the end of the safety car period on the restart, Hashtag came in because he's got a drive-through for speed on the data or something. Yeah, he's got a drive-through, so that's why he has to come in for a drive-through. So it gets me an extra price though. I'm guessing Hashtag's already out. Well, it's already out of this race so far. Well, the restart wasn't that great because I wasn't sure where the leader was. I was trying to keep an eye on the leader, but the leader wasn't there, and then he just went. So I didn't get the chance to get a good restart. So I was kind of hopeless at this stage. I was thinking, well, Hashtag is already out of the race, so because he left the session in the pit lane. I mean, Walcott and Nazium Talent on the hard tyres, because they got much faster than me, and then I'm on mediums, for God's sake. How's this impossible? Unless you're on mediums and those two on hards, that is ridiculous. And that guy who had a bad start, who's on soft tyres, he's right behind us right now. And then Walcott got past me at the fast turn 10, I think it was, or turn 11. Well, we're at the right-hander right now. I can't remember what turn it is now. Yeah, so I thought, if those two on the hard, how those two on the hard tyres and they're so very quick on the hard tyres, and they managed to get the tyres up already. I'm just thinking, how's that impossible? If I'm on mediums, and I've got much grippier and better race tyre than the hards. So yeah, so I think Nation's got the fastest lap at the moment. Come towards turn 1, I'm just trying to stay behind Walcott because, well, what happened in the first race, so I don't want to do that again. Well, got tangled at turn 4, I think it was. So I decided not to do that again, so I decided to follow him this time instead of doing it. At this point, I thought I got hit from the rear by this guy. I thought I got hit from the rear at turn 3. No, turn 5 I think it was. And then I nearly got into a spin there. I was very lucky not to spin there. Yeah, I don't know why he got me a bump at turn 5. Because I was braking normally and then he just hit me on the rear. Maybe he forgot to brake at the right time or something. I don't know. I know he's a fast driver, but I respect that, but you don't need to hit me from the rear or take me out or something. Just wait till you get to the opportunity zone. Like, on the straight maybe, down towards turn 8, turn 1 maybe, if you have much faster straight line. Just don't do it in a weird, don't do it in the stupid way. I don't know, it's just a bit annoying sometimes. It happened in Spain, a little bit Austria, because some people are just driving all over the place. I just don't understand. Sometimes. It just makes no sense. I'm doing the best I can, it's just, you guys are just too fast for me. I just don't know how you guys going that quick. I mean, I'm still in the same pace as Walcott and Lazy and Tanner. I'm still going the same pace as those two guys. Maybe they're out of ERS already, so maybe that's why I don't have ERS. I still got 6% of ERS, or something like that. So I'm still in the good place. I'm still in the DRS zone, so that's kind of giving me an advantage a little bit. So I'm still in the DRS zone, kind of alright at this stage. And then it's come towards 8 and 9. This guy got spun by Tannant. Lazy but Tannant, I meant to say, my apologies. He managed to span him around, so that got me P7 back. So I was like, alright, thank you very much. I'll take P7 then. So what I've got to do now is try and stay in this DRS zone. Hoping I'll stay with these two guys. And hoping they can pull me along the way till the end of the... well, till that 19. So that would be fantastic. And you've got this guy right behind me who's on the hards as well. He's going much faster than me. I was like, how is that impossible if you're on the hards? And then as comfortable as... yeah, I made a tiny mistake there, but I don't know what happened there. Still in the DRS zone, so it kind of helps me a little bit to pull me along. I was worried about... yeah, so that happened to me last time. When I did a Neve race at France. That cost me a podium, that race. At the end, because of the back marker. Or I think it wasn't a back marker, it was one of the McLaren teams. I was worried he was going to turn into me, like he did on that too, I think it was. So it's a bit similar to that. As because it was through there, Walcott lost the traction through turn 6 and 7. And that brings out the virtual safety car. So that's kind of helped me a little bit, because that'll save my ERS a little bit. And I can take my time on the mediums. So I'm kind of alright with that. And also make sure I keep the data, make sure I don't get a drive-through, because if I get a drive-through, my race is done. So I need to make sure I don't get a drive-through. So yeah, Walcott was still in the race, so he already had front wing damage. As come towards the right-hander, the safety car has come out. Because of this guy. URL, yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's a kind of Division 2 driver. Yeah, he just, I don't know, he decided to retire or something, so on track, and brings out the safety car. So I don't know why he did that. Because if it wasn't for that, I would have been alright. I would have stayed on mediums, I wouldn't come in for a pit stop, and I would have been alright. So the safety car has come out, he's coming in this lap on the restart. I managed to get an okay restart this time than the first time. But I got some other guys behind me on soft tyres, because they came in for the new tyres. MP6 managed to get past me there with soft tyres. I have no chance. And then this guy who was behind me, yeah, he's on softs as well, so he had the inside call anyway, so I have no choice. And then I was trying to go for the inside using a bit of ERS. And then we got this guy right behind me who's on softs as well, so I wasn't sure. It turns out I made a mistake not to go on softs, but it was a safety car, so I was like, oh, why do I think it's a good idea to come in? I thought, I don't know what happened there though. I was doing okay on the exit, and suddenly I got tangled by that guy who I managed to took him on that too. I don't know what happened there at turn 9. I just literally got tangled from the rear. I thought I was clear for 1 second, and suddenly I got tangled. I don't know what happened there though. And then this guy went past me at the right-hander. He had more grippier tyres than me. And then MP6 decided to stop on the exit of the corner. And then this guy crashed. So the two of them stopped. Well, one's DNF'd and one's crashed. Well, stopped for no reason. I don't know what happened there though, for those two. And then this guy's retired as well. Well, I don't know what happened there. I thought I was clear, and then I got tangled, and then I thought I was clear for 1 second. And then you got this guy, he's on sauce as well, Thomas, that's his name. He got past me at turn 1. I was worried, and that's how I got a 3-second penalty because of that. Oh, well, I mean, what can I do from there? I mean, I'm trying to avoid penalties, but it's just impossible sometimes. It's just ridiculous, really. So yeah, so I initially lost P6 and a 3-second penalty on top of that. That makes it worse. And then you got this guy who's got 6 seconds penalty. So, I mean, if you got 6 seconds of penalties, there's no point fighting me. What's the point overtaking me? What's the point? I mean, if he's going to overtake me and he's much faster, like he did in Austria, yeah, that's fair enough. So yeah, so I'm not sure I made a mistake not to come in for the softs. I mean, the first pit stop was alright, but the second one on the restart, I think I made a mistake. Made a mistake not to come in for the softs. If I did came in for the softs, would it help a little bit, or would it made a difference? I would say maybe, because that happened at the start of the race. I managed to gain 2 people at the start, and also managed to hold on for like 4 laps, so I was doing alright from there. So that's kind of towards the last lap now. Got this guy who's in the DOS zone. I was going defensive, and then he had no EOS at all. So I decided to hope I'll get him back at the long right-hander at the end of the lap. I mean, I'm still in P7 at this stage because of he's got an extra 3-second penalty because of track limits. So I decided to go around the outside, and I managed to get P7 back. So it was a really nice move, actually. I managed to fight back around the outside, so that was very nice, actually, on that bit. So yeah, so turns out I'll finish P7 in the end, so because if it wasn't for the 3-second penalty, I would have been top 5. If it wasn't for that. Yeah, so Nation won the race. And then I would have been top 5 if it wasn't for 3-second penalty. So if it wasn't for track limits and all that. But that's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm okay with P7 after tricky banging wheels and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll appreciate it a lot. That'll help me out. That'll give me support. And I'll make some more videos like this, wherever, around the future. A few videos time, wherever. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a nice day. Enjoy your day. And see you later.